name?
Jones.
Andrew Jones. I thought it was that too. I get confused with the outfielder from the Atlanta Braves from back in the day. We've got starters coming out here for Ironwood Ridge. Looks like number 10, Benjamin Felix. Number 13, Eric Cochran. Number 15, Mason Goodman. Number 23, Kobe Lathrop. And number 30, Jack Allard. So there's a starting five for the Ironwood Ridge Nighthawks. 7-10 in the season, but a very dangerous team, a team that has excelled against tough competition. And I would say that they're a very dangerous squad coming in here tonight. The Bobcats of Skinniga High School, conversely, on a roll. They've been playing on consecutive nights here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday now. Overtime win over Sunnyside on Tuesday. A buzzer-beating shot last night from Jose Santiago to defeat Sabino, and now tonight here on Thursday night, and I think that momentum that they have coming forth will carry them here tonight, Andrew.
They've been doing good in the past few games. I saw that buzzer beater they did, and it was Jose Santiago.
Yes.
What a shot! Like off the man, that was a really good shot. I really liked it.
We'll take a quick break here for the Star Spangled Banner. Back in just a minute. All right, Andrew. Sorry, you were saying that you think that momentum is going to carry Skinniga tonight.
Yeah, I think they're going to do really good in this game because the past two games they've been, it was the momentum. A lot of great players, and they've been doing really well. Those players, I just got out of the gym with a couple of them, and they were training in there. Like Miracle has a very the way he trains before a game is insane. Like he goes around the 3-point arc like 10 times. And shoots a shot like 3 times from each side of the arc. So, I hope Miracle's ready for this game, too.
Well, Miracle guard number 3, the senior out there, he went off 2 nights ago, 26 points in that overtime win against Sunnyside. And he is a kid who can fill up the stat sheet. Hyper athletic. He's the lockdown, shutdown defender. So we expect big things from here tonight. And then also we have Luca Piatta, who is the Italian exchange student. We have Terrius Radford, 35, the senior. Carson Mott now with the ball. And number 45, Diego Mendoza getting a start here. The starting 5 for the Cats, all in white here, going right to left. Very patiently now in the offense. Miracle loses the handle here. And careful not to get that reach-in foul. Oh, there's a floater from Benjamin Felix. So Benjamin's on the board very quickly here for the Nighthawks.
That was a very good play to start off for the Nighthawks.
Nice little floater in the lane there from Benjamin, the 6'2 junior. Nice cut there to the basket. Good look. Luca now along the baseline. Carson pulling the 3. A little bit too strong on that one. And it's tipped out there. Nice rebound by Ryan Drescher, the big 6'6 junior. And we have a kick there. So pretty fast-paced tempo here to open things up. Three-pointer, rims in and out. Nice rebound there by Terrius Radford. Over to Luca. Luca Piatta, number 5, the junior.
And he's from Italy, right?
Correct.
He's a really nice kid. He's a really nice kid. I always see him around campus. Always daps me up. He's a really good player, too.
He's really blended in here at Skinniga for sure.
Really good.
Oh, nice move there by Miracle, and that ball was deflected there by Kobe Lathrop. Alter the shot.
And we saw that athleticism from Miracle right there, getting through the lane.
For sure. Nice rebound there by Luca over to Terrius. Terrius has Carson on the baseline looking for it. Now the Cats will reset on offense. Miracle manned up there by Eric Cochran. Miracle over to Terrius. Terrius 15-footer for the baseline. It's good.
Wide open. Wide open. Bad defense by the Night.
The Nighthawks. Yeah, the Nighthawks. Looks like we got a foul here, and it looks like it was Eric Cochran on the shot, and I think it was Carson Mott on the foul. Let's see who it is. Okay, so it's Terrius there picking up his first foul. Not great form there from Eric. He's a 60% shooter from the free throw line. This is a team, Ironwood Ridge. They're not very good from beyond the arc, so not very prolific from a shooting percentage standpoint. Just 25% from a team, which is very low. And that free throw looked awful. That's the way that I shoot there, Andrew. A miss. I would never make it in pickup because we would shoot free throws to get on teams, and I would never make my free throw.
So it'd take a while for teams.
Yes. Sometimes I close my eyes, say a little prayer, and then sometimes I make my free throw to get on the court to play a little pickup basketball. Luca, nice crossover, nice pick there from Carson. Taking it to the rack for a nice layup there from Luca Piatta. Bellissimo.
Now, Eric Cochran, he's a really good player for this Nighthawks team. He averages 14.5 points a game and 7 rebounds a game.
Yes.
That's really good.
Colby Lathrop there, too strong. And here's Eric Cochran dishing it out to the outside. Now swinging it back in. You got a man cutting into the paint. Terrius, nice box out there. And it's going to be a sloppy foul on Colby Lathrop. So that'll be his first foul. That's the first team foul here against Ironwood Ridge. I have some Italian words here. I had to look them up in Google Translator. So bellissimo means beautiful.
Oh, it does?
I'll bust them out throughout here tonight. I'm hoping that Luca's family is watching over in Italy. So they'll hear an occasional word. They're like, hey, that sounds familiar, but I'm probably mispronouncing it. But I'm excited to see Luca, and I have seen him on campus, too. Colorful personality. Great to see him blending in here in America. Luca from the corner thought about the step-back three. Errant pass here. Nice job by Carson to run it down. Nice spin move in the lane. Goes to the right hand. There's a basket and a foul from Carson Mott.
That was so nice. That was insane. I don't even know how we got that off.
All right, the foul's on Eric Cochran. I want to throw a shout out there very quickly. Mackenzie Mott is watching somewhere. I'm not sure where Mackenzie is. So the big sister of Carson. I saw Heather and Paul Mott, the parents of Carson. McLean Mott, I think, is in North Carolina. Charlotte, I believe. And then we have Caden Mott on the bench there as Carson completes the three-point play, the old-fashioned way there with a deuce and the free throw. Cats up 7-2. Nice steal there from Diego Mendoza. So Diego now with the basketball. Swings it over to Carson. Carson pulls the three. A little bit too short on that one. Diego the rebound, and he gets the basket.
Beautiful take by Jake. What's his name, actually? I think I messed up.
Diego Mendoza, 45. Good ball handler.
I'm thinking of Jake Rucker right now.
Just a sophomore. So there's a shot that's off. The Cats have, I don't know who 33 is. Oh, there's a nice run there by Carson Mott. Easy layup for them. And a quick timeout here from Ironwood Ridge. LaShawn Marks calling timeout. Doesn't like what he's seeing going on here. The Bobcats, that momentum we talked about, it's carried over into tonight.
The confidence. It's the confidence also. They bring it. They just bring it every night, honestly. I feel like they do every night.
This is a team here that we're seeing that I think has galvanized. They're really rallying together here. Of course, we know that JT Elder is lost. I think he's lost for the season here, a 17-point scorer, big-time athlete. So this team has had to adjust on the fly, and I think that they are really rallying around each other here, playing maybe a little bit more unselfish basketball. Doesn't really matter who gets the baskets as long as they've got ball movement, good open shots, good looks. Yes. And I think 33 is Cole Bramhall. So he's listed as 34 on the roster, but Cole is the junior. Number 33 here tonight out on the floor. And we also have Jose Santiago Rivera out there, the little brother of Isaac Santiago Rivera. And Jose hit that beautiful shot last night with the clock running down and a quick foul there.
And it was an overtime last night, right?
The 2 nights ago against Sunnyside was overtime. Last night it just went down to the wire, but the Cats came down from 20 points against Sabino.
20?
20 points down, they rallied. Jose Santiago picks up his first foul. That's team foul number 2 on the Cats. Bobcats up 11-2, 4:20 in the first period here. Nice dish inside. Rough shot there. The shots have been sloppy to this point. Terrius walking the tightrope here, now going coast to coast. And there's a blocking foul there. Boy, that was a bit of a bailout because Terrius had left his feet. Unfortunate foul going against Rian Palma. I'm not sure if it was truly a blocking foul. Terrius seemed a little bit out of control, but he got the benefit of the doubt. LaShawn Marks shaking his head. I see what he's upset about there. Head coach from Ironwood Ridge, well-dressed man. There's the free throw from Terrius, and Terrius was great last night with hustle, energy points, the whole team really rallying around each other. They really had to dig deep to come back from that deficit. Miracle with the rebound. Jose thought about it, takes a step in, pulls the trigger, rims it and out.
Now, Jacob told me earlier today that the Ironwood Ridge coach is this is one of his first years coaching?
Yes.
Or that's what I was told.
I'm gonna defer to Jacob because he always does that stuff on the inside. Yes.
Research.
There's a quick foul here. And I think that's on Jose Santiago. So his second foul, a quick second foul there on Jose, the hero from last night. Well, he'll always have that memory from last night. He can carry that with him all the way.
Luca's back in the game.
Good.
He averages 5.7 points a game.
Yeah, a solid player, right? A good ball handler, a good shooter.
He's a very steady, good player on the team.
Team player.
Yeah.
Here's a basket and a foul. Colby Lathrop with the basket. It'll count. And we've got a foul on Carson here with the push. So that's Carson's first personal foul. Team foul number 4 here. And Colby at the line, a 65% shooter from the free throw line, averaging 10.8 points a game and 7.2 rebounds. Big junior at 6'5". Too strong on the free throw. Miracle Skies to get that rebound. Surveys the defense here. Mateo Herrera is in the game for the Cats, number 23, the senior. Just entered the game. And Luca Piatta now with the basketball. Back on the floor. Screen from Carson, little pick and roll. Carson bangs into the player. They're going to call an offensive foul here, the charge. And it was well drawn by Rian Palma. So there's this quick second foul on Carson. Maybe a makeup call for a charge that wasn't against Terrius earlier, but a good job there establishing position by Ryan Palma, number 5, the senior.
Good play by the Cats tonight so far.
Oh, Ryan had a layup there that he just missed it. It was a beautiful dish there from inside the paint from Benjamin Felix, and Ryan's going to regret not converting that layup. 12-4, 3 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. The Bobcats on top. Ball deflected by Luca. Now Richie Dow's nice cut there on the inside of the basket, the dunk. There's Colby Lathrop throwing it down with 2 hands.
What a dunk. Oh, you don't see me
no.
and Jacob don't see those a lot.
No, not very often at all.
We get happy when we see them, though.
So Colby there just stalking along the baseline, a nice little cut along the baseline and throwing it down with 2 hands. Here's Luca, and that shot was altered there by Colby Lathrop again. A scrum on the floor. And it'll be a tie-up here. Possession arrow, we'll see which way it goes. It's going to be a jump ball. So we saw on successive possessions there what Colby Lathrop at 6'5" can do. The 2-handed jam and then the altered shot there on the layup attempt. He is a 2-way player. He averages 1.6 shot blocks per game.
Shot blocks?
Yes. Oh. And that's a lot for a player. That's a lot for a high school player. Anything over 1 is a good number. 12-6. Cats up on top. Nighthawks seeming to find their rhythm now here on offense. A little bit more patient. Ball in the paint. The floater there by Benjamin Felix is no good, and it goes out of bounds. The Cats will have possession here.
Really good play by the Bobcats tonight. I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
Good energy.
It is. That confidence from the last couple of games is really carrying over tonight.
Yes, a big difference, right? To win a game against Sunnyside, an excellent program overall in overtime, and then to claw back and beat the SaberCats of Sabino last night.
And coming back by 20, that's got to give you confidence.
Yes.
About going into the next game.
So We have an offensive foul here against Cole Bramhall, and Cole with a beautiful finger roll there, so the basket is wiped off the board, and there's a foul going against Cole. So now the Cats here very quickly have 16 fouls against them with 1:57 on the clock here in the first quarter, and the Bobcats up on top 12-6. But the Nighthawks here are clawing back. The momentum is shifting over in their direction here as they, and I think the foul ledger here is going to come into play against the Bobcats.
It really is. So far, yeah, at least that's from what I'm seeing.
Got to be careful. So we got some steps here. So down in the paint, and it was Joel Chisholm, the senior, number 20, 6'2", and he shuffled the steps there inside the paint. So a traveling call here. The Cats now back with possession, and the ball is in the hands of Diego Mendoza. Just the sophomore, number 45. Luca down in the paint. Ball's tipped out, and it will be Bobcat possession. Again, you see Colby Lathrop and his interior presence. Rim protection, a big thing in the NBA, certainly a term that we hear all the time. They're looking for players that can swat the ball away from in the interior at the rim. And Colby's doing that tonight here for the Nighthawks. Terrius goes left hand, goes to the right hand now. A little bit too strong on the shot. Rebounded by Ryan Palma, and he throws the ball away. He was trying to connect with Richie Dowse.
Those long full court passes don't work all the time. They don't work all the time.
I bet they drive coaches crazy too. You don't want to see like the errant passes here. Just slow down, calm things down.
Especially this early in a game. Too.
Get into your offense, do a little half-court sets. I must say I like Diego Mendoza's shoes. I don't know if those are Nikes, but he's got those pink shoes.
Palma picks up his second personal. That is the 4th team foul.
And we have a foul here against Ryan Palma. So Ryan picks up his second personal foul there on the reach. That's team foul number 4 against Ironwood Ridge. 1:10 on the clock. The Bobcats up on top, 12-6. Diego Mendoza with the ball. Little crossover. Oh, little too strong there for Terrius. A good idea there on the pick and roll. Terrius has a great overall feel to him. His body language is always positive. He's a kid that I see smiling a lot out there on the floor. He's giving maximum effort, but he seems to have fun when he's out on the court. So you don't see that with every player.
No, you don't. So I feel like to play this game, you really have to have a love for it, and because I love basketball, but I just can't go and play another sport and like it that easily. But when I play basketball, I'm already happy, excited to play every time.
Well, I like to see that kind of enthusiasm there. We have a kick here, and they're calling a foul on Richie Dowse. So Richie had just converted a beautiful layup there, kind of going around, cradling the ball in his right hand with a little scoop layup. And now he picks up his first personal. So now we've got 5 fouls going against Ironwood Ridge. 43 ticks on the clock here in the first quarter. The Cats up on top, 12-8. Little trapping now here going on in the half court. Luca from the corner thinks about it. Goes back outside Diego. Diego to Miracle. Miracle left hand. We have a flop there from the defender. Nice little behind the back move. Miracle in the corner thinks about it. Drives baseline. Goes right hand. Beautiful take by Miracle Gar.
Good ball movement up top, leading to the pass to Miracle and him driving in.
So athletic and a high flyer is Miracle, the senior.
That is very true.
14-8 Cats now. Nighthawks here probably content to run the clock down. 12 seconds on the clock here to run clock and get a good shot here to end the first quarter. Clock's down to 6 seconds now. Down to 4. 2 seconds. Here's a corner from the 3, and it's an air ball. And Terry is throwing up a Miracle, and the clock had expired there. So 14-8. Not a great look there for the Nighthawks. They're running their set in the half-court offense. And I think, again, their coach, LaShawn Marks, not very happy with that look. But the Nighthawks have climbed back here, narrowing the deficit to 6 points at 14-8.
They were running really tight defense that whole first quarter. The Nighthawks were. I honestly, from looking at Cienega play, I don't think they saw that defense coming. So what's happened so far tonight? I don't think they saw that coming.
Well, I don't think that we see right now that Colby Lathrop is a certain factor here on both ends of the floor. So 10.8 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, 1.6 blocks a game. And to see Miracle take it to him there, driving baseline, and he shielded him off with his body there to get the layup. So you've got a dominating and an imposing, intimidating shot-blocking presence there in the interior with Colby Lathrop, and the Cats have got to figure out a way to go around him and sometimes maybe attack him a little bit.
Yeah.
And not be afraid of Miracle. If Miracle's anything, he's not shy.
No. I've just played against him. No, he's not.
He's talking all the time. I don't know if he's talking all the time out there on the court, but whenever I see him, he's very chatty, very sociable, outgoing young man, and super, again, like I said, hyper-athletic player is Miracle. Didn't see him play much last year. Happy to see him playing a big role on this team this year. Diego Mendoza, little stutter step, crossover. Over to Luca. Luca with a spin move. Over to Terrius. Terrius thinks about the three. Steps back, shoots. Off. Rebound. And it was taken away there. In and out of Cole Bramall's hands. Mason Goodman shoots it across the corner to Richie Dowse. And Richie for three. Too strong. Rebound by Terrius. Nice block out.
Terrius is doing really good on the boards here
yes,
tonight.
Very active on the glass for sure. Diego bounce pass there, and it's off the hands of Terrius Radford. We've got Carson Mott checking back onto the floor for the Cats, and Jose Santiago Rivera, the hero from last night. A shot of mythical proportions last night with the clock winding down. A desperation shot from about the elbow, about a step inside of the three-point arc by the near elbow here on this side of the floor, the right side of the floor.
You ain't playing. You're on the bench.
There to pick up his man going full court.
Cienega's stepping their defense up this half, it looks like.
High effort here. High octane, high motor that we're seeing with these kids. Constant effort. There's a reach in. That's a sloppy foul there by Luca. And maybe he curses in Italian so that he can't get in trouble for it.
First personal, that is the 7th team foul. Terrius Radford, Miracle guard, check in for the Bobcats. Goodman. Correction, Cochran checks in.
So Diego steps off. Diego Mendoza steps off for the Cats. The Bobcats right now, they have Luca Piatta, Miracle Gar, Carson Mott, Jose Santiago, and Terrius Radford. Nice rebound there by Eric Cochran. Layup no good. You saw again the high flyer Colby Lathrop almost tipping that one in, and now Miracle with the ball. Miracle in the paint. Floater, nice shot.
The athleticism by him, it's amazing to see him play. It really is.
It's miraculous watching Miracle out there on the floor. Let's say it. He is super athletic, though. A lot of fun to watch. Boy, just so graceful there in midair, and the touch there on that floater. Good defense there to contest the shot.
And another board. Like
Luca with the ball dribbling through traffic. Carson thinks about it. And now back out to Luca. Cats resetting here. A lot of motion, a lot of movement here for the Bobcats. Under Farbod Safavi and Terrius Radford, a nice little floater. Terrius now has 5 points, a pair of baskets, and a free throw. Nice little fake there. And the shot is too soft. Easy rebound there, but too strong on the putback. So Eric Cochran there, the rebound. And he just tried to finger roll it in, and he's shaking his head here. I could have had that easy basket. For the Hawks, Sebastian Taylor, the senior, 6'2", comes in. So the Nighthawks do have some length out there on the floor. They also have some size and some height. 18-10 Bobcats. Luca now running the break. Off to the races, Luca Piatta. Bellissimo. Magnifico. Stupefacente. Amazing, beautiful, and magnificent. All the three of the above. 4 points for Luca. Cats up 20-10. Miracle and steal. And a reach-in foul going against the Nighthawks here to stop that fast break. And it's going to be Mason Goodman on the reach. And that is his first foul. So 6 fouls against the team here against Ironwood Ridge. And the Bobcats have 7 team fouls. So the Nighthawks here will be going into the bonus, shooting the 1-and-1. And the Cats are on the cusp of getting to that point. 5:23 on the clock. Cats up 20-10. Carson shoots for 3. Yes! Carson Mott. He's got 8 points early here for the Cats.
Very nice release by Carson.
Yes, fluid shooter. Nice rebound in traffic by Miracle.
Cienega is still doing very well on the boards.
Miracle to Cole. Cole goes coast to coast with a layup.
What a take.
Cole Bramall, the junior, with his first basket. Cats up by 15 now, and there's an errant pass, and you can feel the momentum here, all on the side of the Bobcats, up 25-10.
The momentum.
Big time. It's a force of nature. You can't stop momentum. You just try to weather it as best you can, try to slow it, and see if you can change it back to your direction. Mateo Herrera. There's Miracle Gar. Oh, quick moves, a little crossover, too strong on the right-handed layup, and maybe a reach in here. We'll see if this goes against, I think it is Cole Bramall here. Picks up foul number 2. So Cole Bramhall, his second. The Cats now have 8 team fouls. And Sebastian Taylor, the senior, goes to the stripe to take a free throw. It'll be a 1-and-1 here. Too strong. Miracle, nice extension there for the rebound. Miracle over to Cole. Mateo was running there along the baseline looking for that backdoor pass. Here's Mateo Herrera, the senior. Over to Luca. Luca driving. Throws up the right hand. Now we've got an offensive foul going against Luca Piatta. His second foul.
Luca Piatta picks up his second.
And Nicky Cox, the senior, number 10, will check into the game.
Nicky Cox is also a very fluid shooter, too.
I was going to say he's also a chatterbox, but yes. But good, a fluid shooter is more of a compliment to him. He's got a little goatee going there, too. I'd like to see it.
I told him to not do that. He still did it.
It's a good look. All right, we got a foul on the floor here. It's going to be in the act of shooting. So the foul will be against Mateo Herrera, and that's his first personal foul. Richie Dowles will go to the line to shoot 2, so it was in the act of shooting. We've got 10 team fouls going against the Bobcats. So now Ironwood Ridge is in the double bonus. Richie hits his first free throw. He's got 3 points here tonight. Nighthawks are down 25-11 with 4:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. Second free throw, fluid motion there from Richie. And he's now got 4 points. Jose Santiago Rivera over to Carson Mott. Carson driving baseline, feeds Mateo, and he steps on the baseline here for a turnover, which is too bad because Nicky just stroked that 3 very fluidly. You talked about his fluid shot. There it was.
I saw him in the other gym right now. He drained like 10 threes in a row.
Stroking threes.
I guarded him on the last one. He still made it. Like,
so I want to see more shots here from Nicky. Carson, a nice box out here in the rebounds. Nicky now running point over to Carson. Carson takes a step inside. Over to Jose Santiago. Santiago goes left hand, gets that shot rejected, and it's a block by Eric Cochran. So Eric at 6'2" with a definitive height advantage there over Jose, who I would guess is like 5'9". I'm just guessing here. I don't have the players' heights here on this roster. A bit of subterfuge or a little bit of cloak and dagger stuff here from Farbad Safavi, the KG coach for the Cats. And another offensive. Well, that's curious.
I don't know about that one. I honestly don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one either. And you see Carson here with an incredulous smile saying, was that an offensive foul?
So we've seen 3 on Carson?
Yes, 3 personal fouls on Carson, 11 team fouls here now.
The fouls are not going Cienega's way tonight.
No, they're stocking up here, and that could play a role, especially in the second half.
Definitely.
We've seen 3 or 4 offensive calls, a couple of them very questionable.
I know.
That one, the most questionable.
Yeah, that one I'm a little, yeah.
Nice move, nice stutter step, rebound by Cochran, put back too strong. Ball's out of bounds, and the Cats will have possession now.
A lot of rebounds happening down there in the paint right
now. There's a lot of shoving going on down there. And you can see that Ironwood Ridge has a height advantage. They got some players here over 6. Well, they've got Benjamin Felix at 6'2", Kobe Marshall, number 11, at 6'2", Eric Cochran, number 13, at 6'2", Joel Chisholm, number 20, at 6'2". There's a trend here. Sebastian Taylor, number 24, at 6'2". Ryan Drescher, number 21, at 6'6". Colby Lathrop, number 23, at 6'5". So they've got 6 or 7 players here who are 6'2" or taller. So they're trying to impose their height advantage on the offensive and defensive glass. Bobcats call a timeout here, and I think it's a good call here from Coach Safavi to slow things down a little bit, get everybody refocused here, and to try to recapture some of that momentum that's been slipping away a little bit here. But the foul issue, we've got Carson with 3 fouls, Luca with 2, Mateo Herrera's got 1, Jose Santiago Rivera's got 2, Cole Bramhall's got 2, and Terrius Radford's got 1.
I think if these fouls keep happening, the momentum that have been talking about, I think that might leave, and it will be a problem in the second half.
It makes things difficult for a team because then you have to rely on other players, and you're going to count on kids to play more minutes than maybe they're accustomed to playing.
And then with all the fouls they have, too, there's so many factors coming in.
So trying to manage that foul situation could become part of the calculus here, particularly in the second half. Miracle Gar now out on the floor, along with Diego Mendoza. Now a trap here, throws it across to Mateo Herrera. Cole Bramhall running baseline. Miracle outside the 3-point line. Takes into traffic, had the ball swatted and taken away. And now in transition here on the break, it's Ironwood Ridge.
That was a very nice take.
I don't have a player number 32, so we've got to find out who number 32 is on Ironwood Ridge. We'll find that out for you. Not on their roster, not on this roster. We'll check with the scorers table at halftime. Nice take there from Cole Bramhall with his second basket there, driving baseline. The tempo now picking up here, a sloppy shot. And we've got a push down on the floor, and we'll see who the foul goes against.
And we still don't know who 32 is.
That is the 7th team foul for the Nighthawks. We shoot 1-on-1 at the other end.
And I don't think that the public address announcer knows who 32 is either, because he says blue. I heard blue 32. I did not hear a player's name announced with that one. So we'll find out here at halftime who is the mystery player number 32 on this roster here for the Nighthawks. Mateo Herrera at the free throw line. Too strong on the first one on the 1-and-1. Scrambles, get the rebound. The ball's off of the foot of Ironwood Ridge. It should be Bobcat possession here. It was off of Eric Cochran's ankle. And I could see that from across the way. Not a lot of fans over there in the student section. I'm going to say like we've got maybe about 30 fans over there, students. And I know it's tough because it's a Thursday night. Mateo, a little bit of a sloppy pass there. Try to catch and pass quickly. Miracle under some pressure here. Now the Cats resetting on offense. Mateo Herrera for 3. Yes!
Very nice shot by Mateo.
Stroking it from the corner.
There's a lot of nice shooters on this team.
Yes.
On this Bobcat team.
Oh, there's Nicky Cox going for the rebound over to Miracle.
Up. He really got up for that one.
Miracle running point. Cole Bramhall takes it inside. Thought secondly about it because Colby Lathrop was looming there, ready to block his shot, and then he passed it away. It's a turnover. Ironwood Ridge now down 30-14 with 1:35 on the clock here in the second quarter. Richie Dowse out to Eric Cochran. Eric to the inside. Ball's tipped away. Cole with a nice steal to Miracle. Oh, and just led Nicky Cox a little too far there. Nicky wiped out along the sideline. He pops up very quickly. And now we have Isaac Santiago Rivera coming in, the senior, the older brother of Jose Santiago Rivera, checking on the floor.
Looked like words were exchanged between Nicky and Miracle about that pass. Miracle thought it wasn't his fault, but...
Oh, he let him just a little bit.
Mistakes happen on the court.
Yes.
And you're not a good team unless you've argued with your teammates. That's what my dad told me.
Oh, nice. Well, I like your dad's advice there. All right, we've got a foul on the inside here. So Cole picks up his 3rd. So Cole Bramhall with foul number 3.
Another one. Wow.
So he joins Carson with 3 fouls.
That's crazy.
And Cole's been a significant player here. Good energy player, rebounding, hustling down the floor. He's got 4 points as well. And now Colby Lathrop on the free throw line, a 65% free throw shooter for the Nighthawks. And he strokes the first one. He's got 7 points. He leads Ironwood Ridge in scoring with 7.
Now, Cole is also a varsity baseball player. He's also trying out for baseball this year. So he's doing the whole Bo Jackson kind of thing where he's playing 2 sports.
I like it. He looks like a baseball player. I can see that actually.
Yes. Wow, the defense is crazy.
Yeah, it's picking up here for Ironwood Ridge, making things difficult. Diego for 3, yes! Diego Mendoza.
Now
He's got 5.
He was out for the first couple of games because he was an exchange student.
Oh,
is that what it was?
Diego was?
Yeah.
All right, we've got an offensive foul here. A nice job there from Mateo Herrera to draw that one on the much bigger Colby Lathrop. So Colby picks up foul number 2. So we've got 8 team fouls here going against Ironwood Ridge. 44 seconds on the clock. The Bobcats up 33-16. So Diego's an exchange student as well?
Yes. Because the couple of games me and Jacob called, he was sitting on the bench. He wasn't getting any minutes in his warm-up.
All right, so we've got a foul here against Eric. Oh, sorry, Mason Goodman, number 15, foul number 2. ¿De dónde eres? I wonder where he's from. Mexico? España? Some other Central American country? We'll have to find that out, too, at halftime. So Diego missing the front end there, the 1-1. And now here comes Ironwood Ridge with some urgency here. Thinking about taking a 3. Nice pass in the interior. We've seen some good passing there from Benjamin Felix on the inside. And then the ball's in Colby Lathrop's hands. So Colby takes it and gets hacked in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2. And we've got a foul here going against Nikki Cox. So Nikki picks up foul number 1.
This is a very fast-paced game so far.
Yes.
From what I've seen, up and down the court.
I feel like it's picking up for sure. Definitely, definitely. Too strong on that free throw. So Colby's got 8 points. 24 seconds on the clock here in quarter 2. He misses both. Easy rebound there from Benjamin Felix, who gets his second basket. 33-18, 15 seconds on the clock there. Try to steal it. Isaac Santiago, nice pass to Cole Bramhall, too strong on the layup. Isaac trying to scrum to get that one, and now here coming the other direction, and an errant pass here from Ironwood Ridge. So 6.8 seconds on the clock. The Cats will have enough time here to fly down the court. We've got an offensive player coming in here, Jose Santiago, to help with ball handling, also 3-point shooting. He is the second most prolific 3-point shooter here in the Cats roster. Carson Mott is their best 3-point shooter at 42% for the Bobcats. But he's on the bench right now with 3 fouls. Oh, there's a sloppy turnover.
Wow.
Easy basket and a foul. Eric Cochran with the layup, and the foul's going to go on Nicky Cox. So he exacerbated his own foul there, the turnover, and then the foul. And that's easy points here for the Nighthawks going into the locker room toward halftime. And that lead is down to 13 points. Eric is 60% from the free throw line. And he drains that one, so now it's a 12-point deficit. Cats here desperately. Jose Santiago from half court. It looked good, just a little bit on this side of the basket near us, but the distance looked good.
I thought they had enough time, especially Jose, how fast he is. I thought he had enough time to get down court and shoot a 3.
I was hoping to see another miracle here on back-to-back nights there. Another buzzer-beater shot here from Jose Santiago Rivera. It's 33-21. Cats here going into the locker room, although the momentum now is shifted back here toward the Nighthawks, and they've got a much more favorable situation here in terms of fouls against them. They don't have any players with 3 fouls. They've got 3 players with 2 each. Ryan Palma has 2. Mason Goodman's got 2, and Colby Lathrop has 2. The Cats, we know about their foul trouble. Carson Mott and Cole Bramhall both have 3 fouls each. So Farbad Safavi, Coach Safavi, in year 1 as a head coach, doing a great job with his team here. 12-9 overall, 2-2 in the 5A Southern region. Ironwood Ridge 7-10 on the season, 3-1 in the section. So they've got a chance here at winning the section, even though their overall record is sub 500. Yes. This is a team in Ironwood Ridge that played Sierra Vista Buena very closely, and Buena has a strong team, always well coached. I think they also beat Nogales. So I was looking at like their overall schedule. And then for the Bobcats, kind of looking at them, they lost a tough one. Buena is a very difficult place to play down in Sierra Vista, very passionate about their basketball, and they're well coached. That team is always good. their toughest loss of the year was down at Nogales, another very difficult place to play.
Wow.
That team, I would say, is a perennial contender, well-coached, a team that's won multiple state titles. They've got 5, 6, 7 kids who can all handle the basketball, and they love to run the floor. So they're always looking to score easy baskets in transition. They also do a lot of pressing and trapping. So we will see Nogales here on the 29th of January. So that's a game that I have circled on my calendar for sure. And that's, I was going to say that's senior night, but I think there's one more game after that. That's senior night. So that one's definitely on the schedule. You and Jacob Greenberg will be calling the Buena game on Tuesday night. So you'll see what Buena is like. Yeah, Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So that'll be a treat to watch that team play because they're well coached, and it should be a very difficult game here. So Cats going into locker room up 33-21. Any thoughts here from you before we take a little break here at halftime?
Like I said, very fast-paced game so far.
Yes.
Both teams up and down the court really, really quickly. And then Cienega really racking up the boards, especially Terrius, but they're also really racking up the fouls.
True.
And a couple of them questionable, but they're still fouls, and they can still play a factor in the next half.
I agree. You got to kind of adapt your game to how the referees on the floor are calling the game. So the Cats are going to have to be careful to stay out of foul trouble. We don't want to see these players picking up 4 fouls or fouling out potentially. So we'll take a break. Thanks for tuning into Bobcat TV. Along with Andrew Jones, I'm Jason Miller filling in for Jacob Greenberg. And we'll be back. We've got 7:30 on the clock, so synchronize your watches. And we'll be back in 7:30. It's the Cats. They're up on top, 33-21 over Ironwood Ridge. It's a rivalry game here in the 5A Southern from Boyd Baker Gymnasium on Bobcat TV. assembly, right? Is that tomorrow? Okay. Sorry about that audio there for me as I put my headset microphone on. Oof, a lot of loud noises here. Jason Miller and Andrew Jones getting set here for the second half. It's the Bobcats of Sienega High School here at Boyd Baker Gymnasium up on top, 33-21. And we've got the clock here reset here for the second half. Ironwood Ridge has possession. And it's Jack Allard here on the inbound. Mason Goodman back over to Jack. Jack being guarded by Diego Mendoza. Diego is a transfer student from Morenci. Errant pass here, and that's a sloppy turnover. Not the way that Ironwood Ridge wants to open the second half. But I talked to Diego very quickly down by the Powerade station over there, and just very quickly asked him, "Are you an exchange student?" He said, "Yeah." "Where are you from?" He's like, "Morenci." I'm like, "Where's Morenci?" He's like, "It's near Safford." So that's all the information that I got there in that quick conversation during halftime. Miracle over to Luca. Terrius there itching for the basketball in the paint. Here's Diego for three, too short. Nice rebound there, hustle. Dish to the inside to Terrius. Terrius with a float in the lane for a basket.
Great ball movement by Sienega starting off.
And there's another errant pass. Luca fires it over, a little skip pass over to Carson. Carson goes left hand over the corner. Diego from the corner for three off the side of the backboard. Now Ironwood Ridge here with a chance in transition, but Miracle with good defense. And Luca, another steal. Luca to Carson. Carson with the layup here, easy two. Beautiful steal and dish from Luca Piatta. Magnifico. Assistere, a nice assist there. There's a three, in and out. Carson with the rebound. Carson's got 10 points. Miracle, nice pass outside. Carson for three. In and out. Lucas Sky just missed that rebound. Now Carson drifting back here on defense. Alters the shot, but Benjamin Fields' little head fake there. And he picks up the easy basket. He's got 6 points.
That was a really good fake in the paint.
Yes.
To have Carson go flying there.
Yeah, it's natural. You just want to try to swat that shot, so I've done that myself in my playing days. Carson back outside to Diego, over to Carson on the top of the key. Here's Luca for three. Luca too strong off the back of the iron.
The threes are not going in for Sienega so far.
And we've got a jump ball here, which is surprising, and the Bobcats have possession. And you see Coach Safavi there, Farbad down on the bench there. He just wants to see some of those threes start dropping in. The percentage has not been great for the Cats. They've got 3 in total. Carson has 1, Mateo Herrera has 1, and Diego Mendoza has a three-pointer. And then no threes for Ironwood Ridge. I told you they did not shoot well from beyond the arc. 25% as a team. Very low percentage. Some sloppy ball handling here from the Nighthawks to open the second half, and then two players get entwined with one another. And we've got a foul here from Colby Lathrop, who picks up foul number 3. Or Colby Lathrop, actually. He's with his 3rd personal foul. And he and Coach LaShawn Marks are both pleading with the official. And I would say that this official over here, near side Andrew, is a solid official. I've seen him officiate different games, and he's usually right on top of the action. Diego through traffic, over to Luca, close to the midcourt line there. Now Miracle getting trapped, and he weaves his way through traffic, so shifty. Back out to Luca.
This Ironwood team seems like they practice defense a lot. That's from what I'm seeing so far. That's like one of their main focuses when they play the game is defense.
We've got a reach-in foul here going against Richie Dowles, the senior number 4. He's got 2. Colby Lathrop, and I'm sorry, Colby, for mispronouncing your name in the first half. Colby's got 3 personal, and the Nighthawks have 2 team fouls. Here's Terrius. Goes nice up there, shot too strong. Carson crashing the boards. He loses it there in transition. And he had his pocket picked by Richie Dowse.
Gotta make those.
Oh, and Terrius there, a sloppy foul. He's only got 2. So there's the first team foul going against the Bobcats. And Terrius there, a little ticky-tack foul. Did not need to have that one. Benjamin Felix for 3. Air ball. Nice rebound, and the scoop shot from Eric Cochran is too soft. Miracle Gar now in transition, outside to Luca. Luca in the paint, and he gets the roll.
Coach Stavabi telling his team to get back on defense very quickly.
And we've got a timeout here taken by Ironwood Ridge, and the Bobcats up on top 39-23 with 4:44 on the clock.
Stavabi saying there's no time to celebrate after a shot. You have to get back on D.
Exactly, and that's a major emphasis or a focal point for him. He always wants to make sure that his players are engaged mentally in what they should be doing, their next responsibility. Don't celebrate, don't watch your shot. Make sure you get back in defense because the other team's going to be running all the time.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting, right? So I'm just kind of looking ahead here. So I was talking about Buena on Tuesday night here at Boyd Baker Gymnasium. So after having 3, boy, this has been quite the gauntlet here for this Bobcat team. On Tuesday against Sunnyside here at home, 73-69 in overtime. Sabino last night, 56-54 on a last-second shot from Jose Santiago Rivera. And then tonight against Ironwood Ridge, they'll have a couple of days to rest, the weekend hopefully to relax a little bit. I'm sure they'll be practicing on Friday and Saturday. But Buena on Tuesday, at Sunnyside on Thursday. Sunnyside, another difficult place to go. But you can see this team here with some momentum here and a chance of stringing together more wins and getting in that picture here, the playoff picture in the 5A playoffs. But certainly doing themselves a lot of favors here with this hard work. Benjamin Felix, nice pass to the inside. Miracle tipped it away. Here's Terrius now. Over to Carson. Carson looking for a pass. Back to Terrius. Nice basket. Beautiful assist there from Carson Mott. Little looky-loo give and go.
That was a beautiful take by Terrius, too.
And Benjamin Felix goes up, and I think Miracle got him, and he did hack him in the act of shooting. So Miracle picks up his first. And Benjamin Felix will go to the line to shoot 2. Terrius now has 9 points on the night. 9 points. Benjamin Felix at the line. Does not get the roll. Hits off the front of the iron. Bobcats up on top, 41-23. And Benjamin connects on the second free throw. So he's got 7 points here for Ironwood Ridge. Terrius now in a trap. Nice pass there. Oh, the nice dish here. Beautiful assist there from Luca to Diego Mendoza, who is cutting for the easy layup. Diego's got 7.
Very smart passing by Cienega so far.
Cats trapping here, maybe a little bit aggressively there. It's going to be a reach and foul going against the Bobcats.
This game is getting very aggressive.
A little chippy, right?
Diego Mendoza picks up his first personal. That is the 3rd team
So
foul.
Diego picks up team foul number 1. So one trend here that's been positive for the Cats in the second half, the kids that have been accumulating fouls are not in foul trouble. So Miracle picks up his first, Terrius picks up his second, Diego picks up his first. 3 team fouls going against the Bobcats. 43-24, Cats have a 19-point lead, 3:45 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Benjamin Felix, floater in the lane. In and out of the hands of Terrius Radford, and a reach in here. It's either Luca or Terrius. And it is Terrius on the reach in. So Terrius quickly picks up 3, so I hope I didn't jinx him there. And now the Cats have Cole Bramhall getting set to check back in, along with Jose Santiago Rivera. And Eric Cochran at the line, and he connects on the free throw. So Eric's got 3 points here tonight. Does the junior, number 13. Cole and Jose check back in for the Cats. Luca and Miracle take a seat as Eric connects on the second free throw. And it's 43-26 Cats. Diego Mendoza, the sophomore. Whip pass over there to Jose Santiago for 3.
Is that Cienaga's first 3 of the half?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's Jose's first basket of the night.
Really good shot.
Yes. Oh, nifty little right-handed move there. The scoop shot from Eric Cochran. So Eric now has got 6. 46-28. Cats have the 18-point lead. Terrius in traffic. Hacked in the act. And a foul. A slow roller. And Sebastian Felix picks up the foul. Boy, that ball just lingered there on the rim there. A little bit of suspense for the fans watching it slowly circle around the iron and then draining down in there. So Terrius goes to the line. He's trying to make the 3-point play.
He was happy that one went in.
Yes. Terrius 11 points. Trying to make it 12. Too strong. Rebounded there from Ryan Palma. Bobcats now a 20-point lead. There's a steal. Carson's waiting for it, and Diego says, no, I'll take it. Diego Mendoza, he's got 7 points, and a timeout here from Ironwood Ridge, a full timeout.
That was a great take. I've never seen a take like that in a while.
A beautiful pickpocket steal.
Seen one like that.
And Carson was waiting for it, like, pass the ball to me, and he's like, no, I'm just going to take it all the way myself. Diego actually has got 9 points here for the Cats. So the sophomore, Diego Mendoza, the transfer student from Morenci. And the Cats now up by 22 points with 2:37 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. So we can see some separation here now happening with the Bobcats. Boy, they're really putting the pedal to the metal, as it were.
They are. It's, again, still a fast-paced game.
Yes.
Both teams have not slowed up. Haven't seen any of them slow up yet. Ironwood Ridge doesn't want to give up yet. I can tell they don't want to give up.
No.
Same with Bobcats. Like they don't want to give up. Both teams still got a lot to give.
There's a lot of there's a lot of fight here. There's a lot of time on the clock, right? We've got 10:47 in total, 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, plus a 2:47 here in the third. And you can see LaShawn Marks here imploring his team here to dig deep. They've got to really kind of take it possession by possession, and I think you've got to start here on the defensive side, trying to get some turnovers and some quick baskets. They narrowed the gap to 13 at halftime, and that's the closest it's been in a long time here for the Nighthawks. But I do think that this official over here on the left side, Andrew, is a very solid basketball official. This cat over here, I've not seen it before, but I think he's done a good job tonight. Overall, the officiating has been solid in my estimation. Benjamin Felix, it's off the foot there of Diego Mendoza. So it'll be possession here for Ironwood Ridge. The Cats have Mateo Herrera and Nicky Cox, a pair of seniors checking back onto the court for the Cats, as Diego and Carson both sub out. Oh, nice read there from Cole Bramhall. He's like, I had it in my hands. So good job to get the deflection there, nearly the steal. Very solid tonight in all facets has Cole been tonight. Oh, nice dish on the inside, and there's the basket by Colby Lathrop, and his first basket here of the second half. He's got 10 points here to pace Ironwood Ridge. 50-30. Cole for 3 from the corner, too strong. It's tipped out here, and it's off of Richie Dowse, so the Bobcats will have possession. And we have a pair of Nighthawks subbing back into the game. It's Mason Goodman, number 15, and number 20, Joel Chisholm. We've also got number 30, Jack Allard, and number 24, Sebastian Taylor. So wholesale substitutions here, a line change almost in hockey. 4 players coming on the floor here for the Nighthawks.
No, they're not completely out of this game. They still have a chance.
Yeah, of course.
Still a lot of game to go.
Yes.
If they keep up the defense they've been doing, maybe they have a chance.
They've got to ratchet it up defensively. Jose Santiago way downtown, off the mark. Colby Lathrop the rebound. Now running in transition, Jack Allard running point. Nice little pass there with the right hand. Too strong on the layup attempt. And some shoving there down in the paint. And we've got a foul going against Sebastian Taylor. So Sebastian picks up his first. That's team foul number 4 against the Nighthawks. 1:49 on the clock here in quarter number 3. The Bobcats up by 20, 50-30. Jose inbounds to Mateo. Mateo Herrera, bad pass there, intercepted by Colby Lathrop.
Very questionable pass. Again, that was one of those almost full court passes.
Yes, and not a lot of velocity on that pass here. Cats fortunate that the ball was off of Joel Chisholm's ankle, and we'll see Jose Santiago Rivera here on the inbound. Over to Mateo. Mateo back to Jose. Over to Nicky. Nicky over to Cole. Nice pass there. Backdoor cut. And Carson got hammered in the act of shooting the free throw, but Carson's a tough kiddo. And Joel Chisholm picks up his first foul.
I remember my freshman year, me and Carson got into an altercation during tryouts.
What?
Yeah. We were both battling for the basketball off a rebound. Well, it was rolling out of bounds, and we were both battling for the ball. I grabbed it and got up, and he looked at me and said, "This isn't football. This is basketball."
True.
So I was like,
and Carson would know.
Hey, I got to do what I got to do.
He was the tight end as a freshman. I know he played on that freshman football team. I'll tell you a quick Carson story myself. I think I played basketball when he was in like 6th grade. I used to play pickup with a group of kids after school, and Carson was a mad bomber from behind the three-point line. Much shorter, a little stouter, but the kid always had three-point range, so he would just rain three-pointers, and I'm just like, well, this kid's going to take and make threes. I can't argue with that.
He's a really good kid. He's really good at ball.
A great kid. Great all-around, great family for sure. So we've got Cole here picking up his personal foul number 4. So he's in jeopardy of fouling out. And I would imagine that Farbad Safavi would go to the bench here to protect Cole Bramhall as Joel Chisholm connects the free throw. Bridges the gap down to 21 now here. Cats on top, 52-31. Chisholm makes both free throws. His first points of the night. And they see the full court press and trap here, trying to get some turnovers.
Oh.
Nice dish outside. Carson patient. Back over to Jose. Over to Nicky Cox for 3. Nicky off the backboard. Oh, there's a steal.
He's on the break.
Oh, rejection there by Nicky Cox.
Oh.
Tries to tip it out in traffic, but great effort there.
That was good effort. That was good effort. Nicky got hammered on the way down, though. I did see that.
But pure hustle there from Nicky to go coast to coast there to make the transition back to defense, to get the rejection, and then try to tip it over to his teammate. So no foul on that, right? It was just tipped out of bounds by Ironwood Ridge.
Ironwood Ridge playing very tight defense still, like nonstop whole game.
And you see that trap here now. The Cats have to cross the timeline. Ooh,
wow.
So Jose called for a palm there on that one. So trying to go around the tree that is Colby Lathrop. And they called him for palming. You don't see that call very often. 50 seconds on the clock, third quarter. Nighthawks now looking for a quick basket. Three-pointer, and it's good.
Could have been better defense, but hey.
Jack Allard for 3, the sophomore. And you see that trap here is causing some problem for the Cats.
I think there's a lot of pressure on him right now.
And they broke it there. Rejection.
What a defensive
by
stop.
Colby Lathrop. Says, get out of my house.
What a defensive stop. I know he's happy. I know if I had that block, I'd be celebrating.
Oh, what a move by Carson Motts with the footwork there and the layup. Nice deflection there from Cole.
Whoa.
Lathrop too strong. Oh. Rejection by Cole.
Nicky fighting for the ball.
Cole Bramhall is not afraid to make his presence on the interior. Rejection there of the taller player there and Colby Lathrop. And now an inbound play here for the Nighthawks. 9 seconds on the clock. Outside 3 rejected. There's another shot rejection from Cole on back-to-back plays. So making his presence in these hustle categories and also the defensive stat line.
Cienega stepping their defense up right now.
Nice little inbound pass and could not convert. And I think that's not going to be enough there. But a wicked desperation shot there from Jose, who leans against the scorer's table as if he's lounging at the beach. 54-35. A lot of action here, a lot of frenetic action. And I think that I'm surprised that Ironwood Ridge did not go to this full court pressure earlier defensively to try to get some turnovers and claw back into the game more quickly, because it's been effective here, particularly late in the third quarter.
Very true, very true. The trap, they've run the trap very well. Like, I've never seen a team run it like that before. Like, where a team could barely get across and they're getting calls like the, what is that one?
Palming.
Yeah, palming.
Yes.
Like, they're getting calls like that and the fouls, and it's crazy.
Well,
it's a really good game by Ironwood so far.
Yes, and I think the Cats here have really impressed in all phases, particularly with their hustle. Everybody seems to be on the same page. We're seeing a lot of selfless passing, where you're trying to find the open shooter, the extra pass, the extra dribble. So we've seen a lot of positives here from the Cats. They've got a 19-point lead here going into the fourth quarter. Carson Mott has been impressive, so he's got 14 points here. Terrius Radford has 11 points. Diego Mendoza has 9 points. They're the leading scorers here for the Bobcats. And we've seen some excellent play here from Cole Bramhall, particularly on the defensive end. And Luca Piatta has been solid in all phases as well, as a ball handler and an assist guy, and also with some fearless takes into the paint for layups. So we've seen a lot of good play here. Nicky Cox has made his presence felt tonight defensively. It's good to see Mateo out there on the floor. And the Cats have Armando Rosano, the sophomore, out on the floor. A good three-point shooter is the sophomore. So number 50 makes his first appearance on the court. And Isaac Santiago Rivera, the senior, the big brother of Jose Santiago Rivera, out on the floor there as well. Isaac there with some hustle to grab the ball and wrestle it free. And we've got a reach-in foul here going against Ironwood Ridge. It's Mason Goodman here picking up the foul. And that's his third personal. 16 fouls now going against the Nighthawks. The Bobcats have 5 team fouls against their squad. Mateo to the backcourt to Armando Rosano. Nicky under pressure there. The double team. Armando bounce pass over to Carson. Carson over to Mateo. Mateo Herrera drives baseline, and the ball is nearly stolen. Carson with good hands there, and the take to the rack. And we've got a blocking foul here going against the Nighthawks. That was quick alertness there from Carson. And we've got a foul on Jack Allard. That's his second. And we've got 7 team fouls. So Carson will go to the line to shoot 2. Carson now with 15 points. Having a great game. Really maturing as a player. I think the tempo of going from JV to varsity, didn't get a lot of minutes last year, but much more comfortable out there on the floor, and you see his court IQ showing up here in all facets. Much more confident as a ball handler, much more proficient as a shooter from outside. You can see the leadership that's showing out there too. He's also a setter in volleyball, like the latest in a line of setters in the Mott family. We've got a foul here going against Armando Rosano, who picks up foul number 1. So we've got 16 fouls now going against the Cats. So Mackenzie Mott, McLean Mott, Carson Mott, Caden Mott eventually will be a setter. I think that's the end of the setting line there for the Mott family. And then when they have kiddos, I guess all those kids will be setters too. And Heather Mott, the great coach, right? So a setter in her own right. So just passing it along, the apples do not fall far from the tree. 56-35, 7:27 on the clock. Carson Mott on the inbounds. There's Mateo Herrera, back to Carson. Carson now to Isaac Santiago. Got a chance here to go left hand. Dishes it outside selflessly. Armando Rosano now from outside over to Isaac. Isaac pulls the 3. Off on the shot. You can see the bench there waiting for him, rooting for Isaac. Oh, what a great job in transition defense from Carson to pick the pocket of Joel Chisholm. Pure hustle.
Great defense. Harris is back in.
Oh, coaches love that. Coaches love to see that kind of hustle and energy and effort. Carson sprinting from one end of the floor all the way down to the other and stripping the ball out of the hands of Joel Chisholm. Carson over to Armando. A lot of squeaking out there. You hear those shoes on the floor.
The best sound ever.
Oh, Isaac was thinking about taking it. A little too strong there. The offensive foul will go against Isaac Santiago Rivera, who picks up foul number 1. Team foul 7 now going against the Cats. What a week it's been here for these Bobcats of Skinniga High School. Running the gauntlet, as it were, on successive nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Good defense from there, Isaac, to step up.
And they've taken care of business each night.
Straight up and down, like Bruno Mars. He's got the hands straight up in the air so he doesn't draw the foul. I don't know what that song's about, but I feel like it's not appropriate, so I'm just going to say that.
I think it's about defense.
Oh, I think it's about defense, too. Interior defense in basketball.
Wow, this defense is crazy, though.
And we've got a foul here against Joel Chisholm. I think Versace on the floor is about, you know, tidying up your room. You don't want to throw all your clothes on the floor. You want to put those back in the closet and hang them up on the rack. That's what that song's about, I think. I don't know. My wife's a huge Bruno Mars fan, so we saw him in concert. He was amazing. Like, I will say that. Yes, a great entertainer, absolutely. Yeah, we saw him up in Phoenix at the, I don't know if it's Talking Stick Resort Arena or the Suns play, whatever arena that they play in.
That's a nice arena. I've been there.
Great concert. Like, high energy, really talented. Like, he really was going for it. And you see there Mateo Herrera with the free throw. He's got 4 points now. He had a 3 in the first half. Got to be careful here, Andrew. I've got to keep my commentary focused on the basketball game at hand. I don't want to stray too far around and talk about crazy things.
All right, I got you.
All right, good. Short on that one. And here we've got Mason Goodman now with a pass to Benjamin Felix off his hands. Actually, Isaac deflected that one away. And it looks like we've got a zone now here for the Cats. Looks like they're going 2-3 zone on defense. You got Mateo and Armando up top. Miracle, Isaac, and Terrius down in the paint. Nice challenge there from Isaac.
No, he doesn't play like a typical big man. He has the build like a big man. Like he should be bodying people in the paint.
Right.
But I've seen him take a few shots and
I bet he was
range.
Nice pass there. What a beautiful pass. Now that should be offense. That should be defensive goaltending. The ball was in the cylinder. A great pass there from Isaac to Terrius. The ball was in the cylinder and it was tipped out there from Colby Lathrop, who gets a basket the other direction. And now we've got a timeout here. I was afraid that Farbod would get a technical foul for complaining about that one. So 12 points here from Colby, who elevated. You saw the elevation that he had there.
He was up.
Terrius can't believe it. The ball was in the cylinder on its way down, and it was scooped out of there by Colby Lathrop. So it should have been goaltending and a counted basket, but the refs missed that one.
And then he went back down the court and made it.
They've done a good job on the whole, so I'm not being too critical here.
Yeah.
So an 18-point deficit here now for Ironwood Ridge. We've got a timeout here called by the Bobcats with 5:58 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. That's the definition. If you don't know what goaltending is, that's goaltending.
Replay that one.
We usually see goaltending happen when a player tries to lay it up off the glass, and then a defensive player pins it against the ball or against the glass to reject it. I've never seen that at the high school level where the ball was actually going down in the cylinder and the player reached underneath and scooped it out like you would scoop out a little ice cream at Cold Stone or someplace like that, the Marble Slab, I don't know, Baskin Robbins, wherever you go for ice cream. But he scooped it out of there, and it should have been a goaltending, but the rest with a no call. And then on the other end, it was Colby Lathrop getting the basket. So he's got 14 points here for the Nighthawks. Miracle on the inbound to Diego. Diego Mendoza now being trapped here under some pressure. Bullet pass to Terrius. Terrius taking it strong and dishes it to Miracle, who comes in. A beautiful pass there and a nice cut from Miracle Gar, who's got 6 points here. Steal from Diego. Go, Diego. Go! And a layup. Diego with 11 points now. The Cats up 61-39, 5:30 on the clock, fourth quarter. Trap here from the Cats. Colby in the paint. Double move, maybe shuffle the feet, but they're going to call the foul here against Isaac Santiago Rivera. So Isaac picks up foul number 2. 8 fouls now going against the Bobcats. I really like the tempo that these Cats play. They have a lot of ball handlers out on the floor that are very deft dribbling. So you can see these kids dribbling in and out of traffic with the assists. Boy, Terrius with a beautiful feed there to get an assist in the tally sheet. And Miracle, the slash there. I feel like Miracle could be a much more prolific scorer if he wanted to do so. He really excels in all facets, offense and defense and ball handling, steals and assists.
They're not even letting him get across half court.
Here's Terrius. Oh, nice pass there. Looking for Isaac.
This was a dangerous pass.
Now the ball in his brother's hands. Jose, extra pass here to Diego. Back to Terrius in the paint with the left hand. The left-handed shot here draws the foul on Colby Lathrop, who now has 4 fouls. Boy, you really see Terrius' intelligence there, the basketball IQ to go to the left hand and force the contact here and shield the defender with his left hand to draw the foul. There's 4 fouls now.
He's a really smart player.
Yes, really very intelligent.
He should be lucky because I taught him almost half everything he knows.
Oh, I like to hear that. That's what I like to hear too, Andrew. And I think he's grown significantly. I think he had a growth spurt here where he went 5, 6, 7 inches between like sophomore and junior year, junior and senior year. So we've seen him just getting much taller here and very fluid is Terrius Radford. 13 points for Terrius. Shot in and out, deflected out there by Terrius. Great hustle here. Selfless pass to Jose Santiago. Has the ball rejected. And that's not a surprise. So Colby was just lurking there. Colby Lathrop just waiting for another block. I think he's got 5 or 6 block shots here tonight.
Least. If you count the goaltending.
Right. Well, that would officially be a blocked shot, right? We know it was goaltending, but that will go in the stat sheet as a blocked shot because that's what the officials called it as.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a puzzler, no doubt. Luca Piatta getting set to check back in. Isaac Santiago for 3. He was running down the floor as if he knew that one was going in. I'm waiting for Isaac to connect here on a basket.
Oh.
Good hustle on the floor. They're going to call Isaac for a foul here. Good teamwork there and excellent sportsmanship to lift the player that he had just fouled off the floor. He fouled Jack Allard, and that's Isaac's 3rd personal foul. But I like to see that kind of sportsmanship. He knew right away, oh, sorry, I fouled you, and he helped him up. He picked him right up there off the floor. Luca Piatta back on the floor here for the Cats. 63-39. I'm feeling some good vibes here on this team. There's a lot of positive energy here, a lot of smiles on the bench. You have kids that are cheering for the kids that are coming out off the bench to make some appearances out on the floor. A lot of positive energy here for this Bobcat team. As Jack Allard hits the free throw, he's got 4 points. Right? It's a loose group right now.
It is.
Like, you feel like they're very close-knit here. And Jack hits the 2nd free throw.
They're happy to be playing.
That's what I like to see. Oh, we got an offensive foul here. Miracle can't believe it. Very expressive player is Miracle.
Wow.
It's like
I'm not gonna lie. A couple of the calls are questionable.
the couple of the offensive fouls have been a little touchy.
But like, I'm not gonna argue with a ref because Jacob told me that was like that's one of the hardest jobs he knows.
Well, Jacob would know.
And you have to be like there in the moment, like ready to call something.
Jacob is
always paying attention.
Jacob's a youth basketball referee. His goal is to become a referee and have that as a career. Miracle off on the 3. Good hustle there from Jose Santiago. Nice pass back door to Terrius, who converts the layup. Beautiful look there. Great vision and court awareness from Jose Santiago to find Terrius for another basket. Down in the paint, Luca challenging that one. And it's Eric Cochran. And he's got 8 points now for the Nighthawks. 65-43, a 22-point lead for the Cats. Miracle had Terrius lurking. Jose shoots the 3 on the move, off on that one. Luca battling for the rebounds. And another bad pass here. So we've seen some sloppy passing here. That's got to get cleaned up, right? And we see that a lot of times with inexperienced players. So Jack Allard, number 30, who just threw that one away, is only a sophomore. This is a very young team comparatively here, the Nighthawks field. So got to clean those things up and get rid of those sloppy turnovers. Jose dribbling along the paint. Terrius thought about it. Over to Miracle. Miracle very patiently now over to Diego. Diego to Jose. Back to Terrius. Terrius goes Luca. Luca baseline from 15. Too strong. Rebounded by Eric Cochran. 3:17 on the clock. Cats on top, 18-point lead. Actually, 22-point lead. Bad math, mental math, Miller. And Cochran, a beautiful move there with the right hand. Little finger roll. 10 points now for Eric. And a 20-point lead for the Cats. Nice contact there. Good job by Diego to catch and shield. Nice pass in the interior to Terrius. Terrius had the ball stripped from him. Jose says, look what I found. Terrius says, no, I found it back. And Terrius cleans it up. 17 for Terrius. Three-pointer from Mason Goodman is good. 53% from behind the arc. Terrius with a dunk. Oh, doctor! Terrius with 19. That came out of nowhere. You go, Terrius. Jose now with the basketball. Sorry, yep, Jose, and he got fouled in the act of dribbling. And it'll be a reach-in foul going against Mason Goodman. Well, not only have we seen one dunk here tonight, we saw an earlier dunk in the first half by Colby Lathrop, a two-hander. And then we saw Terrius elevating here in the second half to flush it down with the right hand. Good times.
Cole Bramford, Armando Lozano checking, Nick Cox.
I would love to interview Terrius Radford and Miracle Gar and Carson Mott. Those are three kiddos that I would love to, and I'd like to talk to a lot more players than that, but it just gets hard to manage when you start talking to different players here. As Jose connects on the free throw. We do have that highlight from last night. I don't know if we can show that at some point, but we can show that maybe when the game concludes, just so you can see what we were talking about from last night. If we have a stoppage in play here for a timeout, we can play it for you. Three-pointer is good from Cannon Jewell. So 32 is Cannon Jewell. I apologize for not having his name on my roster. But there's Cannon with a three. He's got 5 points. And Cole with a beautiful take there in traffic. A little shake and bake from Cole Bramhall. And he's got 6. And we're going back and forth now, trading baskets as Eric Cochran with another layup. He's got 14 points. Nicky. Nice dish inside to Cole. Does not convert, tips it back out to Nicky. Nicky going inside with the left hand. Battling for the rebound among the trees. Picking up on defense here. 1:20 on the clock. Big night for the Bobcats. Oh. And there's a nice little roll on a 3 from Mason Goodman. So 6 points for him. Both three-pointers, both in the second half. Diego almost dragged that foot. And Cole for 3 is too short. Luca battling inside. Rebounded by Jack Allard. And there's the dish and the basket to Eric Cochran. Fouled in the act of shooting by Diego Mendoza.
That he does not fall under pressure. As we can see, he just made that layup with probably the tightest defense on the planet.
14. So Eric Cochran coming to life here in the second half. He only had 2 in the first half. But I think if you are LaShawn Marks here from Ironwood Ridge, you've got some positives to look at here. His team picked up their intensity in the second half. But I think if there's a lesson here to be learned for this team, it's that you've got to give the full 32 minutes on the floor here, all full effort. Nice strip there by Armando Rosano. And he'll get a rejection on that one. It looked like he got a little bit of the wrist, but there was no call on that one, so it'll go down as a block for him. Three-pointer from Mason Goodman is no good. And there's a foul down low.
I think they called him. Nope.
Cochran picks up his second.
Thought it was an over the back, but it wasn't.
Eric Cochran picks up the foul. Got Mateo Herrera getting ready to check back into the game. It's a fun team, Andrew, this Bobcat team. I like the way they play. I like the style. A lot of movement, a lot of motion, a lot of tempo. As Nicky Cox drains the free throw. That's his first point of the night. He had a beautiful 3 earlier that was wiped out. I think it was an offensive foul that was called. That was a beautiful shot that he made earlier. And he's on the stat sheet here with a point. And great hustle here. A couple of block shots, a couple of steals. Nice pass there in transition. And Eric Cochran, another basket. and a full timeout. Perfect opportunity to show you what happened last night. I'll set the scene.
Coach, you ain't playing. You on the bench.
Conflation, right? You see the fans here.
Game winner in the Final Four.
It was beautiful. There was so much positive energy here. What a comeback last night, and what a moment there from Jose Santiago Rivera hitting that three. There were 9 seconds on the clock, dribbling into the clock, wasn't sure where he was going to go. Good defense there from Sabino, and then the little fadeaway three just kind of by the elbow here on the right side of the floor, a step or two inside of the three-point line. It looked good when he shot it. I was on this side of the floor up top. I could have a good vantage point. Swish. And I just took off, man. I grabbed my jacket, and I sprinted down the steps. Peyton Middleton, junior soccer player, gave me a high five, and off I went, gone. In my car, on Marion Cleveland, and off to home. Out. Oh, there's a walk there from Armando. He dragged the right foot. Good call there. Now, it's becoming a little bit, I mean, it's 12 points here, right? If Ironwood Ridge had Reggie Miller on their team, I'd be nervous, but it's getting a little bit closer here with some turnovers. So the Cats have to bear down and lock it up on defense.
Iron Ridge had like Tracy McGrady scoring 13 points in 18 seconds.
Yes,
you know?
Diego, good hustle. Mateo says, look what I found. Pass over here to Cole. Cole to Nikki. Nikki thinks about going to Luca. 18 seconds, tick, tick, tick on the clock. And there's a reach and foul here from Benjamin Felix.
What a game, though, by Cienega.
Great game for the Cats. What a week for them. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You beat Sunnyside on Tuesday night in overtime. You come back from 20 down to beat Sabino on Wednesday night. And then you take care of business here against Ironwood Ridge. In control the entire game here tonight were these Cats. So back-to-back-to-back wins. They've got all kinds of momentum going into the weekend. You got Buena here on Tuesday. That'll be a huge game. You talked about pressing and trapping. You're going to see a lot of that on Tuesday night with those Buena Colts coming up here on Tuesday. They're a well-coached team, and they're really good ball handlers. So should be a good one on Tuesday night. Got to get some fan support out here on Tuesday night. Get the students to come out here on a Tuesday and root for these Cats. Give them some moral support and some encouragement out here. Diego runs the clock out here. Andrew, do you mind? Do you mind grabbing Carson and Miracle and Terrius? Would you mind grabbing those kiddos to come up here?
No.
And you can ask some questions too. We have 2 headsets, so we'll have one. We'll share a headset. You can feel free to chime in if you've got any questions for these guys, and then we'll wrap it up when we're done with the interviews.
All right.
Very good. So good night here. I'm going to try to do some quick tallying. So 20 points for Terrius. $16 for Carson Mott. And Miracle with 6. But excelling in all facets of the game here tonight. And the final score is Cats 74 and Hawks 61. So we'll see. I think the players are going to go to the locker room here post-game. They'll have maybe a quick talk here, although we see Andrew. He's got Miracle already heading over here on his way. And we've got Terrius at mid-court over there. So we'll see if we can get Terrius too. Can you call Terrius to come on over here too? Terrius. And then Carson, I want the 3 of you guys. And you too, Miracle. Don't go away. He'll come back. So a little bit of action on the fly here, which is fun. It's good times. I want to thank Josh Kramer and Bobcat TV, the kiddos out here doing their business here tonight. Excellent production. Cameras all over the place, wireless cameras. We had the video feed from last night there at the end, so you could see that miraculous shot. I think it was shot from somebody's iPhone probably, or the Samsung Galaxy. I guess those are the 2 primary phone models that are out there on the market. But what a week here for the Bobcats. All right, Miracle. We'll have you, and we'll have Terry slide up here. I don't know if Carson disappeared. If he did, that's okay. I can talk to you guys. So here's how we're going to do it. If you just kind of, you could either hold it loosely or you can put it on your head. If you keep taking it on and off, it might be tricky, but
whoa, that's dope.
If you hold it like this, I don't know if you can hear my questions or not.
Yeah.
All right, so just talk right into it, almost like as if it were an ice cream cone. So I'm gonna ask you guys questions like one after the other. So don't be afraid. Come on in here, Terrius. Boy, Miracle, what a week for you guys, right? So you have Sunnyside on Tuesday night. You beat them in overtime. Last night was the Miracle comeback. No pun intended, Miracle. But you beat Sabino coming down from 20 points. The miraculous shot from Jose Santiago at the buzzer to win. And then tonight, you guys were in command from start to finish here against Ironwood Ridge. What does this do for you guys? What does this do for you guys, your confidence, back-to-back-to-back nights, having wins, really tough, gritty wins?
Well, it puts us in a good spot because if we were to lose this game, we'll be in the D division, which is, I don't think, no playoffs for us. So now I think we're higher up there in the division since we won this. And going on, it'll build our confidence. And, yeah.
You were terrific tonight. I'm gonna say, in all facets. I think against Sunnyside you had 26 points, so I know you can score if you want to, but you excel in all facets as a ball handler, as a defensive player, with steals, with assists, with energy, with baskets, some slashes there. Terrius found you on an assist late in the game, which was a beautiful feed. Your team is very unselfish as a passing team. How close are you guys right now as a squad?
Want to answer this, Terrius?
Well, at first we were like building our confidence, but I think now as we continue to play as a team, our communication,
yes,
I don't know the word.
Your court awareness.
Yeah, that too. We just work hard as a team.
I saw a lot of extra passes. There were so many players, right? I mean, I could talk to probably the entire squad. Everybody who was out there tonight, a true team effort. Everybody who came off the bench was playing and contributing serious minutes, passing, extra passing, shooting, boxing out, rebounding. I think all the things that a coach wants, hustle, defense, breaking traps, breaking presses, everything a coach wants to see was on display here tonight. Terrius, you had 20 points to lead the squad here tonight, and you're also a high IQ player, I would say. I would say Carson, you, Miracle, all high IQ basketball players where you're aware of what's going on in the situation. Tell me a little bit, give me a little synopsis of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, win, win, win. How big of a week is this for you guys?
It's huge, especially that we have Buena next week. We're going to have to work hard and continue. And Nogales,
oh, I know.
A big loss we took. So we're going to come back, fight harder, and we're going to get these wins.
Oh, I love the way that you guys are playing. I know Buena is always well coached. I know Nogales is always well coached. I know they like to go tempo up and down the floor. But you guys have a great group of ball handlers. Tell me about your exchange students here. You've got Diego Mendoza coming in from Morenci, and you've got Luca Piatta coming from Italia. What have these guys meant to your team in terms of ball handling?
I mean, I'd say they bring a lot. Diego just came off of he had to sit out a few games because he transferred, and Luca's been with us the whole year, but I think that Diego brought a lot of energy to what we have going on here, and we've just been working hard in practice trying to get it all to come together, and it's been working out for us this week.
I feel like it's a special group. Like, you guys are very scrappy. You're very easy to root for. Everybody up and down the floor. It feels like there's a really close-knit camaraderie that you guys have. I know you've had some setbacks on your team, but you've overcome that, and you're really huddling together and making the most of your opportunity here.
Yeah, we've definitely struggled with adversity over the year. I'm sure everyone can agree. This because it did not start out like this, but we've worked hard to come together as a team, and this last week has been a real special week for us, I think.
Carson, you had 16. The tempo of play. I know last year as a sophomore, not a lot of minutes, but now as a junior, feel very comfortable out on the floor there. Has the game slowed down for you as you're out there on the floor?
It's like I can have some time to think about what I'm going to do with the ball instead of having the pressure to do what I have to do, not be pulled back out by making mistakes. But I definitely have a lot more room this year.
Oh, great job. Do you want to give a shout out to any family that might be watching out there? I know Mackenzie's watching out there.
Really?
Yes.
Shout out to Mackenzie and Connor watching this game.
Very good. How about it, Terry? So you want to throw a shout out there? You want to pass around? You give your shouts out to anybody who might be out there watching.
Hey, shout out to Overtime, you feel me? Shout out to Overtime.
Miracle?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Miracle, good to see you, man. Great. Sorry, that's my bad. Great job. Carson, great job. Andrew, come on out here. We'll wrap it up here. Terrius, well done. Great job, guys. Keep it up. Well done. All right, we'll get Andrew Jones back on here to wrap this thing up here. What a great group here. What a terrific effort. Terrius with 20 points. Carson with 16. Miracle with 6. But all 3 players excelling in each facet of the game. Those guys they're having a good time out there playing basketball, and I think it shows.
They are. Happy to see them play. Those are my best friends, all 3 of them.
Oh, nice.
Happy to see them play, even though I taught them most of what they know.
Right.
Like I said.